There's a helicopter of some sort overhead. Hi there, and welcome back to Science 2.0, the show about all kinds of crazy stuff. Last time on the show, we discussed the insane and peculiar phenomenon of aliens, the little green peanut butter men from another world. Tonight, we discuss a similar topic, NASA. Who are they? How have they lied to you? Are they better than the NRA? No. Alright, let's get down to cases here about NASA. How do they lie? Well, let's just say that NASA controls all the aerospace industries. If you want to go up into space, Buster, guess what? You don't get to, no matter how rich you are. Elon Musk, he doesn't go up into space on his own. He's secretly a crony of NASA who's trying to tell you that you can go up into space if you're rich enough. Don't buy it. He had to get authorization from them, and he could only go about 5 feet above the Earth's surface in his space car so that he wouldn't see that the Earth is actually flat. Now, relating back to the video on flat Earth, again, this is a simple thing. NASA has lied to you in a number of ways. Most notably, guess what? We never walked on the moon. The director of the moon landing, shall we say, was Stanley Kubrick, who also did 2001: A Space Odyssey, a movie about an old man in a cramped chair and a teenager who moves to the southern town of Beaumont and learns to get down and start a ruckus with his rock and roll hillbilly, and it had Kevin Bacon, but that's 2001: A Space Odyssey. Now, Stanley Kubrick also did the moon landing. If you look on Wikipedia, it's in his filmography. It's the moon landing. He calls it the moon landing, and he was called in to direct it. NASA said, we know that because God says we can't go above the Earth, we can't go, but President JFK has said that we're going to land a man on the moon before the year 2015. Can you come by and help us? And Kubrick said, sure. So he borrowed the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters. That's where the doughy innards of the astronaut suit come from. And before you knew it, Neil Armstrong was jumping in slow motion over the rocks of Mars and shouting, "That's one small step for mankind, one giant leap for human beings." Now, of course, that's just one of the ways NASA has lied to you. Another way, the feed from the ISS, totally made up. Hey, guess what? It's all 100% CGI. Have you seen new CGI movies, such as Toy Story or The Grunch? Well, guess what? NASA uses the same tech to exploit idiots like you. It's true. What I'm holding here is an official astronaut's helmet. This was used by Neil Armstrong all the way back in 1970 when he landed on Kubrick's soundstage, LOL. Now, for those of you who don't know, this might look just like a bike helmet. That's because it is. That's what they used. Some people have said you can see the flag flapping on the moon, but there's no wind and also no gravity. But did you know you can also see much like a Where's Waldo book, you can see a rake, a sprinkler, an old hose they forgot to throw away, and several other things. They're just lying up there on the moon. But besides that, all the feed from the ISS, totally CGI. Have you seen Toy Story? Yep, that's how they do it. Do you think Woody comes to life? No? Then you're a shill for NASA, because NASA makes Earth a bowl. Okay, we have the tech to do the impossible these days. Same goes with Kubrick. He made the scene where the Peanuts gang from Charlie Brown drinks the milk. And that's kind of a disgusting movie. I mean, I just like Kubrick, liberal dullard that he is. But you gotta hand it to him, he sure was crafty in helping NASA deceive the general public, and helping Kennedy get a second, third, and even fourth term in office. What a shill. Now here we go. Did you know, you know how you can see astronauts on board these days? Well, do you know who Chris Hadfield is? That's right. He's none other than Freddie Mercury. Have you seen the videos of Chris Hadfield swallowing his toothpaste up in space? He's Freddie Mercury because Freddie Mercury didn't die of cancer in 2001. In fact, he became, that's right, astronaut Chris Hadfield, the biggest shill on the planet Earth. Even more, those astronauts you see in the ISS live feed are, in fact, not astronauts. No, they are from a popular podcast called Pod Save America. And they just came to the studio and they just float around up there with their stupid liberal biases. And they're like, hey, we're up here in outer space, yippee-ki-yoodle. When really, it's all special effects, and you can raise them. I mean, you can see the wires, you can see them snort crack, and you can even see, there are these water bottles. Where do the water bottles come from? Where's my labradoodle? So anyway, NASA is all lying to you. Also, Elon Musk, did you know that SpaceX is a subsidiary of NASA? The same way Pepsi is a subsidiary of Coca-Cola. That's right, you thought SpaceX was independent the same way you thought Mad Magazine was independent from DC? Well, guess what? It totally is not. SpaceX was made by NASA. And Elon Musk is none other than Ryan Reynolds. Now take this into perspective, if you will. Pepsi-Cola pretends to be the new generation, when really it's owned by Coke. Thought you were tricky there, didn't you? Well, I have news for you. You're not. Space is flat, the Earth is round, flat, and everything as we know it is subjective. So be quiet and listen up to Science 2.0, the ultimate science show, which reveals many things, just like how NASA is all 100% fake and crafted and dubious, and made by the same shills who take your tax money every November to use for their yippie liberal causes such as education, feeding of the poor. I believe in social Darwinism, much like Charles Darwin. I think that the best way is to have big businesses employ big companies and hire lots of people, so the poor people get a profit while the rich people get more of a profit. It goes along smoothly. Capitalism is the best system there is. But anyway, this has been about NASA and their epic deception. That's right. my hand is in fact not looking at space, it is looking at Richard Gere. Okay, it looks as if it's fun fact time here on Science 2.0. In just a moment, I'm going to play footage from the official supposed Neil Armstrong landing. Can you find it? Oh no, wait, the battery is out. It's going to die. The camera's going to die. No, don't die on me, camera. 40 more seconds, please, camera, no. Oh, darn it, I guess I don't get to show Neil Armstrong's epic deception. As a result, this episode is 30 seconds short, I guess. Or wait, will the battery hold on? This darn camera is getting interference from NASA. NASA is trying to silence me by making the camera go dead. No, don't, NASA, no, don't. You mean NASA, no. Okay, fun fact. In Apollo, Stanley Kubrick also did, he did a Full Metal Jacket, which is about a guy with a jacket. It's set in Gotham City, and I don't know. Okay, bye. Science 2.0. Yay for the flat.